This is a short video about installation of my new tower that I got from Universal Towers with antenna IA3S. It took about 4 to 5 weeks to get it. Here it came by FedEx, undamaged. That's how it looked unpacked. I tried to put this together with a few tricks. I was able to do it with no major difficulties. 30-foot tall, freestanding. This is a chimney attachment for installation of the tower. I made it. Here is a jig to help to raise this tower. Here tower is connected to my mounting point, and we slowly start putting this up. Initial stage was just to put tower by itself. The purpose of this was, of course, to make sure everything works the way it should, plus to measure guys, make sure the length was correct. I'm using some rope here to support the tower during the raising process, but there are also stainless steel wire, 4 guys that I measure. Then when I was putting tower, finally with antenna, everything was already pre-measured, pre-cut and pre-calibrated. This is a view from the tower when we were trying to lift it up. From this view you can see me at my jig cranking up the tower. Slow process. I shortened this video somewhat. Here is a view from the side. It took a little bit longer than on this video, and the reason for that was very simple. I stopped quite frequently to check, make sure that everything is in order. That was first trial successful, and slowly, gradually we're getting the tower up. There were a few mishaps. At this moment one of the guy was hooked. You can see it from a different view. Nothing happened. It was kind of scary though. And slowly, gradually we're getting up. I'm sure it can be done probably a little bit faster, but again we took our sweet time. We measure everything, make sure that everything is right. I want to make sure that the tower will fit to the mounting point. I want to make sure that there were no stress points. Again, slow process, but better be slow, careful than sorry. Speed up this video about twice of regular speed, so it will be a little bit shorter. So you can see everything. I don't know if you can hear on the background. My chickens are getting crazy and started making horrible noises. I guess they do not like what I'm doing. I don't think they're a big fan of that tower. Anyway, now everything is alright. My chickens are fine and still laying eggs. One more time, a view from the top of the tower when we slowly going up.
Yeah, like this. It's good.
And again, I'm checking quite frequently, make sure that everything is the way it should. We're almost vertical right now. Look from the top again. I'm coming to put the 3rd bolt. This is a freestanding tower. However, wind load of this tower is not sufficient to support my A3S. That's why I decided to put 4 guys. This tower is very light. It weighs only 38 pounds. This is made out of aluminum, and the choice is obvious. I'm putting this on the roof. The roof is not designed to carry a significant amount of weight, and this is a final product, we can say. Everything looks fine. Final pictures, and again, stainless steel wires that are supporting it are measured. But it's time to get antenna ready. I put some time loop just to show how much work needed to be done. I installed a rotor with all hardware necessary. It took some time, some tweaking and some drilling. We got the tower up right now. We're carrying our A3S with some difficulties. It's not heavy, but it's very difficult to carry this around. And now we're putting antenna into the top of the mast. Again, took some time, but we got it. Alright, everything is ready and time to bring it up. I asked my friend Bill Pincus to help me. He was the only brave soul who was willing to help. And as you can see, we trying to push the tower up. My jig under this angle will not work yet, so we needed to push it up. The weight of entire tower with antenna was close to 50-60 pounds. It wasn't difficult to lift, so
Just walk a little bit. Step by step. Okay, so let me. No. You're back for it.
here Bill is trying to show his strength. There we go. He's lifting up and I'm pushing this second jig to support the tower, and gradually we're going up. Obviously it was much easier to raise the tower without antenna. However, as you can see, we will succeed.
Otherwise, it's going to strike. Okay, good. I'm resting. I need let me try to pull a little bit. I think we need to do this. Well, then the peaks. It's better to have the support. With the roof. But what I want to happen is shoot. Okay, let me try to push up the roof on the winch.
Now it was my turn to lift it up. Bill is moving a jig. And we're reaching the angle at which my cranking jig will start working. So we'll try it in a moment. Now I'm going to my second jig and started cranking. In the meantime, Bill will stand under the tower. And again, he's showing me how strong he is.
It's almost at the point where you pull it up. Start going? Almost. Yeah, I can see it. It moves. Yeah.
There we go, you can see my jig is pulling antenna up already. And here is Bill with his strength. So practically at this moment, he's lifting this antenna. I quickly cranking the rope to help as much as I can, but literally he's doing this by himself.
Get out of there. No, keep going. Keep going.
We're almost there, and of course at this angle, cranking my jig is much easier, and it's much easier to go at this point. We're checking position of the tower on both sides. Actually, we needed to adjust slightly guys. Actually, the one on east side away from this picture was a little bit too short, so I needed to adjust this. I did put pedunculum going from the top of the tower inside the tower to the bottom, so it will give me precisely vertical position of tower. Of course, we'll use it not at this stage, we'll use it later when final adjustment will be made, and you will see the picture showing that it was successful and very precise. And again, quite frequent checks, make sure everything is alright, make sure that everything fits together. But at this point I'm fairly convinced that we will succeed.
Yes. Did we get in? Helps.
And final push, we almost there.
See, now it's getting a little bit too more towards this.
Yeah, the pendulum went that way.
Yeah, you see it? I'm going to lose it now. That's why I didn't want to put too much pressure on that.
Yes, we are done. This is the position of pedunculum, as you can see exactly at the center, exactly where it's supposed to be. Here is antenna picture from the side. Here is tower and antenna, different view. Here is a picture from a drone. So we succeeded. Please don't try it at home or do it at your own risks. And nobody got injured. I didn't rip my roof off. Everything looks good, but it was a little scary, I have to admit. Alright, see you on there, 73. This is November Whiskey to Zulu.